Yes, you read the title right. Jason Blundell was fired from Treyarch Studios. This is insane news. I'm just going to put it at that. This is insane. Now, he wasn't on the live stream recently when they were talking about the brand new DLC. It was Craig Houston has said, and people were kind of confused. And they were thinking, oh, maybe he got fired. Maybe he left. Maybe he quit. Personally, I didn't think any of those things. I thought maybe he was just, working on the next game, working on Black Ops 5. But to know that he's not was kind of disheartening because now I'm feeling like, bro, who the hell's working on the next game? It's like a year till the Zombies comes out for the next game. Well, I guess more than a year, like a year and a half. But still, we're like a year away from the reveal for the next game. I mean, I hope there's people working on it. I don't want Craig Houston working on two things. I mean, I'm sure they probably have finished up Black Ops 4 Zombies already. They're probably working on the next game right now. They're probably just polishing up DLC 4 and the remakes that they're going to come out with for DLC 5. But at the same time, I just really hope they get it together, man, because this news came out of absolutely nowhere, and I'm really surprised about it. So here's an article from Gaming Intel talking about what happened. So apparently, Jason Blundell, of course, was held at a high position. He worked on Zombies and Campaign. He was part of both teams. And what it says here is that before the artificial intelligence-focused campaign in Black Ops 3, we were treated, of course, there had been another more ambitious campaign plan, which was supposed to be open world sort of a game, and it was kind of rebooted halfway through production. That's why Black Ops 3 wasn't all that great in terms of the campaign. That's why it was a little all over the place, because it was done in a short amount of time because they had to reboot the previous one. After having rebooted once already, it would be expected that Treyarch and Jason Blundell would limit themselves to a more traditional campaign in the next game, but this ended up not happening. They ended up being a little too crazy again, and then they had to not just reboot the campaign, but cut it completely. And that's why they cut campaign from Black Ops 4, and they did Battle Royale instead. But something that fans weren't all that happy to hear. I mean, personally, I didn't mind that much. I was in the minority where I was saying, do we really need a campaign? I mean, we play it every year, and you just play it like for 1 week, and then you never play it again. At least the Battle Royale, we can have more gameplay out of it. But at the same time, I feel like Battle Royale isn't that hard to add as an additional mode. I feel like they could have just had it as a fourth mode, which is kind of what Modern Warfare is doing based on leaks. So, yeah, I didn't feel the need to remove campaign, but at the same time, it makes sense why they would do that because they needed to replace it with something, and the new Battle Royale was popular at the time, so that's what they did. And I guess Activision was mad at Jason Blundell because 2 of his campaigns have failed. But they also forgetting how wonderful of a job he did in Black Ops 3 Zombies. I mean, Black Ops 3 Zombies is probably the most well-received Zombies mode of all time. I mean, I think it's the peak of Zombies. I think it's the best Zombies mode we've ever had. And yes, there were some problems with it, but as an overall story and as the gameplay for the modes, it was a good-ass game. Black Ops 4 comes around. There's a lot of changes that a lot of people don't like. I personally didn't like a lot of the changes, but at the same time, the maps themselves were still fun. They were still enjoyable. And apparently, because of his new Chaos storyline not really working all that well, because fans didn't love it. I mean, I liked it. I don't know why people had to complain so much about it, but because of the complaints, Blundell, they kind of just got rid of him because not only did his new Chaos storyline fail, but also his 2 campaigns failed. Which, to be fair, I feel like if they just did more Chaos maps, we would eventually enjoy it. I mean, that's bound to happen. We had 4 maps with it. Really only 2 maps with the main group because the other map obviously was the 9 version of them and they were a little different. And then, of course, Dead of the Night was a prequel. So, to be fair, like, we didn't really have that much of story with these characters. And that's all the opinions we had. I mean, people didn't like it during Dead of the Night, but, like, Ancient Evil, people loved Ancient Evil and the Easter egg behind it. A lot of people did. I mean, of course, we want Ether back, but you have to realize that if they're gonna end Ether anyways, like, what else are we gonna get? We're gonna reboot Ether, which sounds like what's gonna happen. That doesn't sound like a good idea to me. But they did say it is uncertain as to what broke the camel's back. What's the final straw that broke the camel's back regarding to his employment or unemployment, I guess, and why they fired him in the first place. Those were the main reasons, but it just seems like that he was just negatively impacting the games. And I don't see that as true, but I mean, I guess if they think that's the case, I guess he's got to go. But I don't know why they can't handle this in easier ways. That's the thing about Activision. I really, really do not like them at all. Like, there's so many problems I have with them. I love the studios. I love Treyarch. I love Infinity Ward. I love Sledgehammer Games. But Activision's just always doing stuff to ruin everything. I mean, I feel like they're like the devil. And it's not just with microtransactions. You know, there's times and places where I'm like pissed at them for stupid microtransaction decisions, but at the same time, I'm like, honestly, they're a business. They want to make more money. I understand why they're going to, put a lot of microtransactions into their games. It's understandable. But then there's just certain things where I'm just like, are you guys stupid? Like, just certain, like of course, rebooting the entire Call of the universe is what they're kind of doing right now, which I'm not completely against that, but at the same time, rebooting literally everything. You're rebooting the Modern Warfare story, you're rebooting the Black Ops story, you're rebooting the Ether story. That's a little bit too much of rebooting, but I mean, do what you want, I guess. They also have been doing a lot of stupid decisions in terms of forcing developers to do games that they don't want to do. Like, if a developer wants to create a game, let them create that game. Don't force them into some random ass IP that they don't want to do. You know what I mean? Just don't get yourself into everything like that. They've been laying off a lot of people, probably a lot of people who can help out with these games, and they just lay them off. And instead of trying to fix whatever's happening with Jason Blundell, they just say F you and just get rid of him. I mean, I don't know exactly everything behind the scenes. Obviously, he could have been doing something else that was worse. I heard rumors. I don't want to go over some rumors about stuff that he was doing, like some drinking problems and stuff like that. But like I said, I don't want to go into that because I don't really know how true that is. I just heard it, on the internet. But even then, you can figure it out. I mean, Jason Blundell created one of the most fantastic zombie modes of all time. And instead of just saying, screw you, you could have just said, okay, we don't want you working on campaigns anymore because you don't seem, or at least he shouldn't be leading the campaigns anymore. But then let him do more stuff with zombies, man. He does great stuff with the mode. Now, it seems like Craig Houston is probably going to be taking over. I don't know if he's going to be taking over for the next Black Ops as well, but I mean, I hope he does because I think he does a pretty good job with the story. I mean, in terms of gameplay, I don't really know comparatively what his gameplay is really like because we're more used to, Blundell and lead. I don't know how much input he has on gameplay and whether it's not, just story or whatever, but it seems like he is probably finishing off DLC 4 on his own, so which is really sad. Because I'm pretty sure this happened to like a couple months ago or something, like maybe like a month or two ago, so it might be that he was finishing off DLC 4 by himself, which, I mean, obviously he has a team there, but in terms of the story, working on the story, which it was kind of like, him and Jason working together, but I don't know. This could be bad news. This could be good news. I mean, I'm just going to say the only reason it would be good news is maybe if there was actually some really major things that, Jason Blundell was holding back. But all I see it as is an extra hand on deck. You just don't have him be leading the campaigns or the zombies if you don't want him there. Just be like, yo, Jason, you've done great, but like, you've also done some pretty bad stuff. So we're just going to demote you or something. Why just fire him? You know what I mean? That's just so screwed up. And I feel like that's what Activision does. Instead of trying to solve problems, they just say screw it and just cancel it. You know what I mean? That's just such a stupid way to go about life. And there's a lot of stupid things what microtransactions are doing, which I can't even understand from a money position. For the black market and Black Ops 4, why the hell are they bundling items? That's a horrible idea. You should not bundle items together like that because not only is that not consumer friendly, but it's also not going to make you much money. This is a good analogy I have for it. So imagine there's two lemonade stands, right? One lemonade stand, you get a lemonade for $1, right? And all you want is lemonade. Lemonade is equal to a DLC gun or something, or a DLC melee weapon, or a camo that you want, or something that's in the black market. Lemonade at one stand, it's just $1. It's like, oh, nice. The next lemonade stand right next door has lemonade, but it also sells you chicken pot pie. Okay, it sells in a bundle, and you have to buy it together, and it's $10, right? $10 for chicken pot pie and lemonade, and you're sitting there like, I mean, yeah, chicken pot pie, but I don't want chicken pot pie. I just want my lemonade. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna buy the lemonade for $1. Now let's say the only available lemonade is the one bundled with the chicken pot pie. There's no lemonade available, right? you're going to be looking there and being like, I really don't want chicken pot pie. I just want the lemonade. And lemonade's not worth $10. So I'm just not going to buy it. I'm just going to go home and have some iced tea or something. And iced tea is like, the base weapons and the base items that you can get for free in the game. I'm just going to go home and get that. I don't want to waste my money on this. Those two places, you're going to make a lot more money selling items for less than selling them for more, because people do not want to buy more. They don't. They don't want bundled supply drops. I mean, no one wants supply drops in this game because they don't give you shit. I mean, obviously, it's all based on luck. You could get some really good items, but you could also get some really bad stuff, and no one wants to take those chances. They don't want stuff that's bundled. Let us buy stuff separately. Let us buy stuff with lower prices, but not bundled with other shit. If you want to have bundles, fine. Having the option to get chicken pot pie and lemonade together, that's fine. But also give me the option to just buy the lemonade separately. Same with the Black Ops Pass. You guys are making so much more money on DLC because people want to buy Alpha Omega. They want to buy Ancient Evil, but they don't want to buy the whole Black Ops Pass. They just want to buy certain maps. You guys could be making money from those people. People are not going to be like, I guess I have to buy the whole Black Ops Pass. Most people are going to say, all right, I guess I'm just not going to play zombies then, because you guys are stupid and you guys think that we should just have some Black Ops Pass that has every item in it instead of bundling out. And I'm not blaming Treyarch for any of this, because I guarantee you that's not Treyarch's decision. I guarantee you Treyarch has no say in these microtransactions, at least not a huge say. I guarantee you they have no say in how the Black Ops Pass works. I guarantee you it's literally something Activision just says, screw it, you guys are dealing with it because we think it's going to make us more money. But in reality, it's probably not. And then they're sitting here complaining that their game isn't making that much money because I've heard from rumors and stuff like that Black Ops 4's DLC isn't making that much money compared to other games, or at least their microtransactions aren't either. So you know what they do? They just beef up the microtransactions. They start beefing up the prices. They start beefing up. So are you guys stupid? Let's just add weapons and reserves now. That's just as stupid. Another analogy I have. Lemonade is equal to a DLC gun. Would you rather buy lemonade straight up for, let's say, $5? So it's a little pricey, right? But it's still lemonade for $5. Or, hear me out, $2, okay? Which is less money, so it's like, oh. But it's a crate. Now, the crate has lemonade or water. You have like a less than 1% chance of getting that water, okay? But it's in, less than 1% chance of getting that lemonade, right? But it's in there. You open the crate, and you're either going to get lemonade or water, okay? Why would you open that crate if the chances of you getting lemonade is so slim? No one's going to want to keep buying $2 worth of that. That company's not going to make a lot of money. But lemonade for $5 sounds much better. I can just get it guaranteed. Even though it's a little pricey, I can still get it. Right? And then you might say, oh, well, if the only available way to get it is through a crate and just a chance, people want it, they're going to get it. No. We're just going to settle for iced tea. I'm going to go home and settle for iced tea. I'm going to go home and settle with the ICR instead of the Peacekeeper. I don't need the Peacekeeper. I don't need lemonade. Would I love it? Yes. Am I going to spend money on chances to get it? No. And most people aren't. Yes, there might be some stupid kids that do, but Activision, you got to realize not everyone's stupid like that. You made a lot of money off of supply drops in Black Ops 3 because people didn't understand the system as much. They wouldn't think about it. They just said, oh, fun opening supply drops, because it was fun in Black Ops 3. I had a good time opening them. But then as time went on, you realized this is just douchey. Just let us earn these weapons for free, or let us buy them straight up for a price. Make it so it's a fair system. All right, I'm done with my rambling. This went from a Jason Blundell video to a just F you Activision video, but whatever. Just thought I should rant that out. It felt good, though. It felt good. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys in the next one. Peace out.